Let's talk about the sales webinar. The sales webinar is different than the meeting and training webinars because, of course, you're selling something. There's a different objective, and therefore it's set up differently. And there's some great training about this at any of the places where you're going to get these webinars that I'm recommending. At Instant Customer, there is an enormous amount of training and support on the back end for doing sales webinars as well. At Evergreen Business Systems, there's some additional support. Over at Stealth, there's support. So there's some great stuff, but let me just distill the essential components of a sales webinar. And let's talk about structure first. And whether you're doing the seminar alone or with a guest or the webinar, what you want to do is you want to work with three promises. Webinars work really, really well when you work in threes. Make three promises and find three big problems that your customers or clients have. So make three promises that will take care of three big problems that your folks have. You don't want to do too much because you don't want to overwhelm them. So three promises that take care of three problems, and do as much of that with storytelling as you can. There's not, you just can't. I can't emphasize that enough. Do things in parables. Tell them in stories. Talk about the problems in terms of real people. If you had the problem, talk about your problems and how you overcame them. If your clients had a problem and overcame the problem, talk about it in terms of real people, in real life stories. Don't speak theoretically. That's a very, very essential component of having success with a webinar. I had a great training over at Instant Customer with Mike Koenigs, where he actually likened it to a three-act play. He said the story structure of a webinar should resemble a three-act play. Talk about the problem. That's the enemy. The failure, the struggle. The revelation of what you could do. The solution. Be the hero. And then talk about the results, and then offer proof about that. That really is what distills a successful webinar, the components. And then, three to-dos. You tell people what you want. Say, here's what I have. Here's the product. Here's what it will do for you. That'll tell you what it does. And here's what I want you to do now. Send them to the page. Send them to the button where they can buy it. Send them to the link where they can get more information. So, those are the three most important elements in getting to a close. Here's what I have. Here's what it'll do for you. And here's what I want you to do now. And again, that's the essence of a sales webinar. There's lots and lots of good stuff at the back end of all of these places, and we'll be talking some more about this in some bonus material we have coming up soon. So keep your eyes open, and we'll take that to the next level.